And the Hagerstown Town and Country Almanack for the first podcast of 2021, taking you to Corrigansville, Maryland. This is the winner of the ABC Light Fight. Take a look at this display. All the Christmas lights are synced to music. All right, it's a chilly night here in Corrigansville, Maryland, but let's take a look at the weather forecast for the first week of 2021 across the Mid-Atlantic. Yes, and quite a prestigious award that the Corrigansville man won for this light display. That is $50,000, and it was in a very prestigious ABC show called the Christmas Light Fight. So you can read all about it on the Cumberland Times website. That is cumberlandtimesnews.com. Well, looking at the forecast across the Mid-Atlantic for New Year's Eve through January 8th, we first of all see that so far this winter, we've had above average snow across northern Pennsylvania, but near to below average snow along the I-95 corridor. A couple of cities that we can look at. Pittsburgh, west of I-81, has seen 26.9 inches. The average is 9.5 inches. Elkins is slightly below average with 17.6 compared to an average of 20 inches. Allentown above average with 13 inches. But once you get to places like Dulles International, it's only had 2.4 inches, but the average is 3.4. And Reagan National Airport has only seen a trace of snow, as well as Atlantic City, and the average is 2 to 3 inches. So we are seeing that snowfall deficit basically east of Interstate 81. In the Hagerstown Town and Country Almanack, published in August and early September, calls for a dry pattern through the first couple of days of January. We will see a storm system right on the 1st, and then a likely mild pattern. A rain and a wintry mix is forecast between the 6th and the 10th of January. So first of all, we have an active storm track. There is a trough of low pressure moving into the southwest part of the U.S., and that will quickly move out into the nation's midsection and into the east just in time for New Year's Day. What's going to happen after New Year's Day is we are going to get in a Pacific trough pattern followed by an extended period of an Arctic high pattern, and that will occur after the 6th or 7th of January. So what this means is, from a weather standpoint, the 1st through the 6th, mild, likely dry. Of course, the 1st, and then a storm system on the 3rd will be the fly in the ointment with that particular pattern. But overall, it will be above average for temperatures. The 7th through the 10th will feature somewhat of a cooler pattern with a storm system as well. Freezing rain and ice is likely early on Friday the 1st, a trace to 0.15 inches, and that will occur on colder surfaces, also some bridges and overpasses in the higher elevations, Williamsport, Harrisburg, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, Cumberland, and also once you get into northern parts of Maryland, including the Westminster area, the higher elevations are vulnerable to this ice accumulation. And one spot that tends to see ice accumulation is here along the Allegheny Passage in LaVale, Maryland, where the cold air gets trapped east of the Allegheny Plateau and west of the Blue Ridge. And what we are looking for rainfall is about a half an inch to an inch of rain across the entire portions of the Mid-Atlantic, although a little bit more once you head west of Pittsburgh into eastern parts of Ohio on January 1st. Few key points: the ice accumulation across the interior Mid-Atlantic occurring between 3 a.m. and 9 a.m. on New Year's Day before likely changing to rain, except northern Pennsylvania may hold on to the ice a little bit longer. We will also have dense fog in the Alleghenies and the Blue Ridge on New Year's Day, with the easterly wind pushing up against the mountains, squeezing out that extra moisture, and the warm air overriding some of that ice accumulation. A storm system between the 3rd and the 5th will produce light snow west of Route 220 and a little bit of light rain to the east of Route 220. Bishop's has a special event Thursday the 31st. It is a 5K and 10K. We are looking for cloudy skies and temperatures in the middle 30s. Fredericksburg race on January 1st will feature cloudy skies with light drizzle, temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. No concern with ice in Fredericksburg. It is only across the interior parts of the Mid-Atlantic that were just specified earlier in this podcast. If you want to see what we're up to with the Hagerstown Town and Country Almanac, just go to our webpage, almanac.com, for all those details. And that's a look at the weather forecast across the Mid-Atlantic for the first week of 2021. Again, we are in Corriganville, Maryland, at the winner of the Light Fight for the 2020 edition. What a beautiful light display. Everyone have a great start to 2021. We'll see you back here next week on our YouTube channel with another weather update.